this.
Imagine all the problems.
And you keep me separated from those
If the whole world
that I love so much and love me.
Crazy, crazy.
I'm happy.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I've got a feeling deep inside they'd all like to be just like me. Crazy, 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 crazy.
I have no idea in the world why anyone would separate us. I love you so much. I never stop thinking about you. Every day. I love you.
Listen, I'm just trying to find a little affection, that's all.
And spoiler, it's not about personality traits or willpower or any of this psychological garbage. This is about system architecture. When I say asshole, I'm not talking about someone who's just rude or difficult. I'm talking about the dark triad. Those who manipulate without hesitation, exploit without guilt, take without giving back. Those who see other people as resources to extract value from. You know exactly who I mean because you've met them. They probably run your company, or maybe it's your ex. The asshole wins because they're perfectly optimized for the game we're all forced to play. They don't have the internal blocks that hold everyone else back. No shame shutting them down mid-manipulation. No guilt making them reconsider. No empathy creating friction in their decision-making process.
Suicides are male. The vast majority of all deaths of despair are male. Another piece that really fits with what we're talking about today is a man is 4 times more likely than a woman to suicide. A divorced dad is 8 times more likely to suicide than a divorced mom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's early. It's nice to see you so early. You're up and at it. This morning I got up first thing. Around about 3:30, 4 o'clock. 3:30. Lemon water, bicarbonate soda. That brought me quickly to the toilet. Plenty of water. 10-minute workout. 10 minutes. I went to check my son and daughter in their bedroom. Still not there. I've told you the story 1,000 times, you know. Women's Charity is funded by the Scottish Government. Women's Charity is a fanatical feminist charity. The fanatical feminist gives stories to call men abusers, rapists. All in the meantime, the woman becomes fanaticized and is willing to abuse, abduct, destroy children's lives. All for the paedophile network that funds it. Normally we have the manager come out and make a complaint. There is no managers here at the moment, obviously. But normally we'll have the managers come out and make a complaint because some of his customers are upset. The words that I'm using, and the words I'm using are fanatical feminist women in this town are abusing children. They're funded to do it. The fanatical, fat, ugly feminist then goes and makes the complaint to the duty manager. The duty manager then comes out and makes a complaint and calls me all kinds of horrible names, saying I'm a useless man, useless father. And you need to just stand and take that insult. You need to. He then explains how he's a father, a great father. Obviously, standing working, getting 15 quid an hour from Tesco's, a great father. But fair play's putting the work in, whether it's the Tesco guy, whether it's the council bloke, whether it's the Lidl man. It doesn't really make a difference. It's these funded women. Now, once the guy has his tail between his legs, the wee fat funded women that made the complaint in the first place will then go out and say there's no need to hurt that guy's feelings like that, and make out as if you've just caused the wee man to feel upset. When at the very beginning, the wee funded, fat, ugly, stupid looking, child abusing, fanatical woman, the feminist, she started all of this. She was funded to start all of this, and she's not going to stop it because she doesn't want to lose that funding. She doesn't want to lose the funding. So if that takes the abuse of children, if it takes lying about her ex-partner being a rapist or being a stalker or being abusive or being anything, she will say anything, because she's got all of these people stood behind her. Whether it's the Citizens Advice, whether it's the council, whether it's the charities, whether it's any of the small businesses in town, because if there's wee boys or wee girls managing or supervising these places, then they will always slip down to the little fanatical feminist who will play the victim. The little fanatical feminist will play the victim, because that's all that gets to play the victims. They abuse kids. The kids abused by these fanatical beasts. Nothing. And if a woman decides not to use the fanatical feminist beast, she gets attacked the same as the father does. She's cannon fodder. They allow her to be raped. They allow her to be assaulted. For the woman that's not raped, they'll lie about the rape. They'll lie about assault. When I walked out this morning, it must have been about 10 to 6, 5:30, 10 to 6. And I hear a voice, "Hey!" And I see a nice friend, and I go and speak to him for 10, 15 minutes. And it's nice to go and speak to a man willing to speak about things. No a wee guy that comes out on behalf of some wee offended, fanatical beast that abuses kids. That's not a man. A man doesn't have to come out and defend fanatical feminist beasts that are crying because their feelings are hurt. Oh, hitting the like. Oh, I can see your messages. Hello, nice to see you too. I can see you've still not done your hair or brushed your teeth. Go away and do that first, or else you can stand in the corner. So we're seeing less and less police presence, because the amount of police presence we've had over these little fanatical beasts with hurt feelings is, the police know that they don't actually have hurt feelings. The police also know that the fanatical feminists are funded. The police also know that they've played part in this game because they've fallen for the fanatical feminist and the stories that have been laid out by the fanatical beast charities like Edinburgh Women's Aid, court-documented liars, willing to give women's story that they have been raped. What about the real rape victims, Edinburgh Women's Aid? What about the real women that have been really raped? Do you protect the rapist? Because it seems to be that you always protect the beast, because you're beasts. Or maybe that's just you're funded by beasts. But you're seeing this with anything they call charity these days. It's just filled with wee women from these Eastern Star societies that are belittling town and giving away everything that man has created. Listen to those words again. Women are giving everything away that man created. Women are put in positions of power they should not be in. And they give away everything that they have not had any part in creating. Women then take away the children of the man doing a decent job and call him all kinds of names. He can be called anything. Oh, another like. Oh, Joe's getting loved today. Oh, I feel so loved. The pain and worry and anxiety and depression and helplessness and hopelessness and lost, that's all gone. That's all gone because I've got 3 likes. 3 people must like some stuff that I've said. And I guarantee it's people that actually do love and care. The ones that don't rape and abuse kids. That's not the vast majority of people that come on here, because unfortunately the YouTube algorithms work for predatory scumbags. It's the very same way as the Scottish Government worked for predatory scumbags. It's the very same way as your council work for predatory scumbags. It's the very same way as now your citizens' advice work for predatory scumbags. Not one of them is there for the man, not one is there for the child, and not one is there for family. We'll fund a violent feminist boot who breaks up family and abuses children and plays the victim. Every time. Every time. Take away your likes if you want to. I don't need your likes, don't worry about it. I'm only pretending. You don't need to like anything here. You don't need to subscribe. It doesn't do anything for anyone. Maybe the message does get to a few more people, but who cares? Who cares? It seems like the women don't care about kids. Your women belong to Muhammad. You can't... I don't have any women. I don't own women. Do you own women? Woke is everywhere. The child abuse is that what we call child abuse now? Woke? Is that what we call where feminist boots women who are funded to abuse kids? We call that woke. Or the teachers in school who abuse kids, we call that woke now. What is everywhere? Woke is everywhere. Ha. Thanks for all the lovely messages. 9 times out of 10 I like to ignore the messages on the screen. Where are you? I have your accent. I love your accent. I'm from Glasgow in Scotland. And everywhere at the moment is still closed. Right, come on, you can hit the like and subscribe. If there's going to be people come on and watch me, you can press the button to like and subscribe and all that stuff. Alright, you don't need to subscribe and you don't need to like. But if you're going to come on and listen and say nice stuff to me, what would you call it? Right, no idea what you're talking about. I am Galway Island. I used to live with some people from Galway Island in Sydney, in Bondi Junction. Big Terry was a criminal who had a false passport. I think it was, you might know Big Terry. He had a wee tiny girlfriend. Criminals still flee to Australia. Maybe that's why I was there, because I'm called every type of criminal you could get just now. If you've ever heard of someone, any man, being alleged to have done any crime, I've been alleged to have done every single one of those things you might think of right now. Every single false allegation has been put against me. It doesn't matter if some of them are real anymore. Nice haircut, thanks very much. I do it myself. I can't afford haircuts. But I can afford cheap food on a Sunday morning, because hopefully they didn't buy all the out-of-date stuff on Saturday. And I've got a jingle in my pocket, so anyone that's got a jingle in his pocket, always look forward. That's right, I'm here looking forward. I'm looking about 1,000 miles east actually, towards Poland. I'm sure that's where I would be if I walked 1,000 miles from here. One big straight line, I'll be in Poland, Gorzów. Now what would happen in Poland if I got there? Hello everyone. Hello everyone. I can afford a proper bit of hash. I can afford a proper bit of hash. Can you? Well done. Good for you. It seems like you can afford a lot more than that. Maybe you can afford some fake cocaine and Grant's whiskey or vodka. Because that is what is destroying society right now. And let me talk a wee bit about hash and cannabis, right? Because there's a lot of women on here, and they tend to make the allegation that I don't love and care for women. Say no to drugs, exactly. I did put the Grange Health theme tune, which was called Just Say No, and it was about Zamo, because Zamo was taking far too much drugs. Is it Zamo? Ziggy? Anyway, Zamo was taking far too much drugs, and Rolly didn't like that Zamo was taking the drugs because he thought he had no need to take them because the taste wasn't great. But anyway, for you women out there, your uterus needs some cannabis. Let me tell you, your uterus needs cannabis. Why? Because in your uterus there is more CB1 receptors in your uterus than anywhere else in any body. So what do you mean there's CB1 receptors in my uterus? Well, both male and female have a endocannabinoid system. And with the endocannabinoid system, using cannabis or hash or whatever you want to say as this fake drug, that can activate that. You can actually do it through extracting the oil, and if you want that done, you can contact me and we can help you do that, especially if you want to improve your life and health. Now, the amount of disease or things that women face because of troubles with the uterus could be alleviated through activating the CB1 receptors. So for any of you women out there that have got some ladies' problems, then activating your endocannabinoid system will help, because that is where, and that is what activating the endocannabinoid system will do. It will help any problems be alleviated in that area, but also a lot more than that. They may take our cigarettes from our pubs, but they will never take our weed from our houses. I mean, it was a poor attempt in the first place, wasn't it? You back at Tesco? Nah. Is that the wee guy that came out and asked me my name? He is batshit crazy. Somebody with 999 at the end. Somebody with a wee devil's call. You know 999, the 666, the whole thing there. That was the year of Gandhi Shapur. Right, that was the whole point of that. They tried to create this new religion that would overtake Christianity and the Christ impulse. That's what they done there. And I know I'm constantly going on about how nonsense Freemasonic and Jesuitry and Eastern Star nonsense are, because they are the trouble in this society. But they've got a great history. The Freemasons have a great history. It's just a shame that they're not even a husk of what Freemasonry is supposed to be or used to be. They've got no idea what it is, so they make it up as they go along. But Freemasonry started tens of hundreds of years ago, and they were actually stonemasons, and they were the ones that created all these beautiful things we call churches, for the voices to resonate back off the wall. It was about frequency. Healing was always about frequency then. We were very different people. When they were stonemasons, before that, I mean, they were called, the Freemasons were really called Dionysiacs. That's who they were, from Dionysus. But the Freemasons now are just there to break down society, to rape kids, and so you can tell me that I need medication. Needs medication, not drugs. Oh, we're so cool, I can write in block capitals. No, I mean, you're stupid, and I know you're, was it Richie? I know you're Richie anyway, I know where you are, mate. You fool. I've had the details of most of you knobs anyway. I just know that when I speak to men and fathers, they all say the same thing, that they want to have more time with their children, and it always seems to be total low lives. And I'm sorry, man, it's like I feel a potty mouth when I think about what we're allowing women to do and we're funding women to do. And as a father coming here and telling you straight, and you've seen the fact that we men come out, they say that they are upset, that I'm upsetting the wee vile woman that abuse kids, because the wee vile woman that abuses kids, she turns on the tears and plays the victim in front of a wee boy, and the wee boy wants to be the wee fat victim's hero, and the wee boy walks out and tries to talk to a man and father, and he tries to negotiate with me, and it finishes straight away. So you coming on writing capital letters isn't going to do much. Stay off the drugs, you loon. Aye, alright, wee boy. I'm here for men and fathers, I'm here for the real mothers, and I'm 100% here for children. Whereas what you doing? What you lying in your bed having a fiddle? Lying in your wee stinking pit? I need to get up and get out every day because my wee stinking pit next door to that, my son and daughter's bedroom's there and it's empty. What happened? The guy above you's, you need cleansing. Yeah, you probably need a wash as well, my friend, but cleansing as far as mind, body, spirit, soul. I try and do a bit of that, whatever that means. I try and live that clean and respectful life, but it's very difficult when everything in society is here for the downfall. We fund the downfall, and we start off, the number one thing we fund the downfall with is the abuse of children, and it's we guys that write in capital letters normally that are doing that. Then we would get silly wee people that come on here and they just try and cause upset because that's what their job to do is, because they're common purpose tool bags that aren't quite police, they're not quite security services. We don't have army bases anywhere anymore, so we don't have anything like that. So we've got all of these wee guys that get jobs on behalf of these secret services, and they get to call themselves part of the Illuminati and MI5, MI whatever, the CI whatever, all these alphabet agencies, because they don't need armies anymore. They've got wee guys and computers, wee nerds that abuse kids, and some of these people are the ones that pretend to be fathers. They've always got these, I don't know, cross-dressing men as misses. Your Tony Blair likes, your, I don't know. What's a wee men with masculine women, wives, whatever. You want me to read out your big writing? His kids' safety was paramount, so they were rescued. Thank God his son and daughter are now safe. You see the kind of things that people write. I mean, no matter, that little rancid man or woman, whatever it is, it's not human or anything like that. It's a wee child abusing scumbag. They want to try and get attention, and they want to try and belittle a real father, because the last thing any of these little paedophiles need is a real man standing up in society, a real father standing up, because if you've got an example standing up, they disappear. They can only come online. All they have is faceless online, masked. That's it. You need to see a doctor. This is the same 999. You need to see. Is that somebody with a wee embossed certificate from one of your Freemasonic universities that don't have a clue what they're talking about? Is that the ones that have brought down our society? So what they do is they give so many stupid feminist fanatical women the high level degrees, and they jump about as if they know what they're doing, ruining countries, ruining towns, ruining cities, and raping kids on behalf of paedophiles in your wee, I don't know, temple? You want to call it a temple? My kids were abducted and abused in a very similar manner that your kids, if you're a man, that could be abducted and abused, because I'm telling you, the Scottish Government funded the charity and the wee women that hang about the town in your town as well as mine. They want to kill me. They want to kill me, and they've got little nonces that want to kill me too, because they protect a little nonces who abuse kids. That's what these feminist boots do. The fat, ugly feminist boots, and then you've got your wee pretty ones that go, why is he so angry? I'm so angry because you're a child abusing sellout, scumbag, little fanatical feminist boot, and our government should not give you a penny. In fact, we should defund everything to do with any of these feminist fanatical beasts. Every one of them. Every one. Does that mean we take away funding from abused women? No. It means we take women that use false allegations of rape and we make sure that they get thrown in a cell. That's it. We make sure that they get given the treatment they need, because they need to see doctors. And then half the little effeminate boys that come on here and write in all capital letters, he's so right. I'm always going to have one or two people, 8 people I think, I don't know how many, but 8 people have agreed, they've pressed a like, they've probably even subscribed to this because they know at some point this failure of an old man, the failure of a father, the loser, the ones that have got his kids have ran to safety, this man's going to help you and your family, he's going to help your children, and children's the only thing that can help our society. Children are the only thing that can help us. Why? Because that is our future, and that is why they rape and abuse them, because they then become the rapists and abusers. It's intergenerational child abuse, which was installed in Scotland, and we've instilled it round this world because we are the creators here. We fund the downfall of family. It doesn't matter which country you're in or which council you're in or any what you're in. We're going to fund, if your missus is a desperate child abusing, fanatical little beast that wants to be in the centre of attention, she can look any possible way, she'll get the funding. She'll get the funding. It doesn't matter if she's an ugly beast, a skinny beast, a fat beast. She's a beast and she's willing to take the funding and abuse her own. She's willing to lie and talk about her ex-man that she pretended to love. That your missus is funded to do that. Your missus is funded in Scotland right now to do that, to call you a rapist. That means that you will no longer have your innocence until proven guilty. We'll find out straight away. That doesn't exist in this country. Why? Because I was taken and I was guilty straight away. Guilty. And it means that little nonsense like you that sit there with your face covered and always protect your identity. You don't come down here and talk. You're not a man. You could be 10 foot tall and smash me to pieces and I would still beat you up. I would still stand up to you. See you next time, lunatic. Hope you listen to my advice. See a doctor. Right, everyone, listen to the advice coming from the wee crazy 999 Richie, alright? Because it was your mum that I gave the details to. Men, fathers, mothers, this is unified pain. Unified Parental Alienation International Network. We need to stop the funding for fanatical feminists. The fanatical feminist who will take money will never protect children. She will never protect family. She will never protect society. She will never look after your children anymore in any school, in any council building. Every one of these are filled with perverts. We are funding the downfall of our society. The number one funding is towards breaking children's minds. Breaking children's minds. Now, I came a little earlier this morning because I don't want to hurt these little feminist, fat feminist, child abusing liars. I don't want to hurt their feelings because as soon as I hurt a fat feminist, child abusing liar's feelings, she'll go and make a complaint, and then the wee man who wants to save her feelings from being broken and upset, the wee man will come out and make a right backside of himself. Like you, with your all caps. Like you calling me a lunatic when you're a faceless, predatory old lowlife who would rape and abuse children for money. And what do you mean for money? We back the charity called Edinburgh Women's Aid. Women's Aid are in here and Women's Aid flood this place. Fanatical, child abusing fat feminists flood the UK, especially Scotland. All they do is hang about Greggs all the time. They've got no care for their kids. They'll drag their kids down to look as fat and stupid and ugly and be abusive like them. That's what we're doing with these fanatical feminists. They're bringing your children into your doctors and pushing doctors' pills down their necks. That's what your feminists are doing. They're going along to break up family. They're going along to do whatever the doctor says. They'll poison their own children, doing whatever. Every single psychologist, psychoanalyst, oh, they need this pill, they need this pill. And they'll have every single broken mind pill and they'll be flooding your children's systems with those pills. That's what they do. That's what they do. We keep society going here by feeding our children heavy drugs. We abuse them, we abduct them, and we fund all of it through our government. Have a man like myself come and tell you the story pretty damn clear. This is a very clear story. If you investigate any part of this, you'll find, wait a minute, we are funding fanatical beasts. Women pretending to be mothers. Women who are funded to call men rapists. Women who are funded to call men terrorists. Women who are funded to throw men in prison cells to keep men away from their own children. Why? Because these fanatical feminist beasts are supported by the government. Your government too. Your government too. That's it, go on, love goes up the side. Press the like, press the subscribe. That's how you get people to find out the message. How do you get the message? You come and speak to me, or you send people that can put all block capitals here. The smart people. And don't forget all the vaccines. And you're right. The heavy metals that we put in vaccines, the plastics that we put in our foods, every single thing you're doing is to make you into a battery. They want to drain your energy. They've known for years how to read your mind. They know that AI can read your mind. Thoughts are just electricity. Thoughts are electricity. Thoughts are electricity that in a very similar way that a frozen piece of water is ice and it's still part of that water, that's what the electricity is in your body and your brain. They can intercept, they can go in and they can check these things. Now I have no background of any decent education, so people can write many things about this stupid guy giving his opinion on things. This is my opinion on stuff, and I know, and it's not my opinion, I know that the Scottish Government funds fanatical feminist child abusers. It funds them. And if you're a man or father and you have children, your missus, if she decides to be fanatical or if she hates you, she can go to Women's Aid and they'll write a story calling you a rapist. And even if you're not a rapist, you'll get dragged into prison. She can then take your kids away, and she doesn't need to run away to Poland to abduct and take away your kids. She can run to the next town, she can go to another street. Believe me, if she's living next door, you can't even look in her window, you can't even look at your kids. And if you do, you'll be the one causing the problem. It's always down to the fact that the father is the problem. The father's the drunk, the father's alcoholic. Do you see it on here? I'm a drug addict, I'm an alcoholic, I'm the woman beater, everything is me on here. The same as out there, the same as in the charity, the same as in the Scottish police, the same as in the Scottish Government, because men and fathers are funded to be broken. Men and fathers are funded because they're the head of the family, and as soon as they can take away the head of the family, they've only got some wee fanatical feminist to deal with. She'll sell her kids out in a second. She'll give them every single pill to pop in their mouth, so they've got every single bit of ADD, ADHD, any mental position. My kids are getting this just now. She's now away from Scotland and she's in Poland, and she's got the Polish doctors, the Polish fanatical beasts, and they're helping her. I've already been through the Polish fanatical beasts. It's flooded with women in Poland as well. Women, the women in judiciary are wrecking Poland. And I know Poland is, like Gorzów is nothing like most of Poland. Gorzów is an enclave of Berlin. It wants to be Berlin. Gorzów Wielkopolski. And all I want is for my children and for your children, especially if you're a safe, loving mother or father, I want you to have a relationship with your children. That's it. I don't get anything from standing down here in the cold on a Sunday morning. I get to live on a wee bit, and I get not to think suicidal thoughts by doing this, by going out my way to get out my house and do this. And I know my son and daughter's bed's in there empty. I get to have the suicidal thoughts leave my mind, and I get to come out here and speak to whoever's on here and wants to be nice to me can be nice to me. Whoever wants to come on and be a complete tramp and fanatical beast can be. And I don't hide anything that you're doing on here. I don't take it away or take your messages away. In fact, see if you write something cruel, I'll read that out. More than likely I'll read out the cruelty. Jesus, is this guy again? Thank you for coming back. It is this guy again. Possibly. This guy doesn't actually have any data on his phone. I don't have a working phone. Let's see. Freedom of speech. You would expect freedom of speech to be something, but when we've got wee guys in Asda and wee guys in Tesco and wee guys in Lidl and wee guys in the council that will come in on behalf of some little fanatical boot who's, oh, my feelings are really hurt, he's talking about women being beasts, boo-hoo. And then the guy comes out, you're hurting the feelings of our customers. I'm sorry, am I hurting some adult's feelings and she's walked away and told you and you're going to come and save her life? We stop the protection of children by keeping our mouths shut. And if you call yourself a father, or if you've got children, and you're protecting these little beastly women, you're part of the problem. They're protecting paedophiles. They're awash through all of Europe. Women are in parliaments all over Europe. Now, there's some women are amazing at doing what they're doing. Women are amazing and they're so more useful than men. You're so useful than me, so don't take this as a slight in you, but you're bringing down every country and every council in the world right now by being there. By being in charge of things that you have no right to give away, because that's what you have done historically through all of history. There is a place for each of us. And for women, it's not running countries, it's not running these, it's maybe running the household. Running the household. I'd love to be the man and father going out just every morning and like waking up. So I don't care if it's 7 days a week, as long as I get to go back to my kids every single day and see and love and be with them. I want you to be able to do that as a father. I want you to be able to go home and see and be with your kids and love them and let them know that you want to be there for them. Can I ask what the building is? It's the Barrhead Foundry. It's a beautiful sports centre, and that's the library. Normally in here in the library I get to sit down and have some peace and go on the computers and stuff like that. My friends that I went to school with are the manages the place. My friend I used to play football with runs all of the sports centres in this region, and it's ran by it's nice people, but it doesn't mean that we wicked women aren't funded. So we've got wee wicked women in here from Women's Aid funded all round in all of these sports centres in the UK, and there's really nice beautiful mothers in amongst these little fanatical feminist beasts. There's nice women in, but those nice women get pushed out or they get fanaticised. It's the very same way as how they abuse their young soldiers, fanaticise them. Or how we'll take the guys from Afghanistan and fanaticise them. Put them in Abu Ghraib and put them through all sorts of torture, just so we can torture the masses as we do today. So 30 years ago we were torturing guys in Abu Ghraib, or 25 years ago torturing guys for a war on terrorism which the US and UK and Europe created. So we create the war. We're creating the war in my hometown, I'm telling you. We're creating the war here. We're funding the war. That's a lot of words. I hear how my wife threatened if went for any custody in front of... I'll get to read that after, my friend. I'm sorry, these are lots and lots of messages do come through. Women are funded. If they want to break you, women can break you. Sorry, but this is what I'm trying to stop. But at the same time, I don't want... My ex-partner is now a child abuser. She's been funded to be a child abuser, and my ex is... She's going to die a horrible, horrible death. And her mother is going to suffer. I mean, and that's any one of you that have hurt children. You're going to have a millstone round your neck for... I mean... This is we're spiritual, and this is your physical part of this spiritual journey, and you'll go back to being that spirit, and you're going to do it for your 10 minutes. For your 10 minutes here in the physical, you're going to sell out your kids so you get the millstone round your neck. What do you get here? What are you getting here? You're getting a wee fancier house, you get a wee fancier looking boyfriend who's got a wee fancier car, so you abuse your kids. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry if you're a father. That's exactly what I've told you. That's exactly what your missus is funded to do. If she wants to do that, and do you know what? She might be the perfect missus, and she might just go out on a works night out, or Christmas night out, take some drugs, find a younger guy and be like, do you know what? I'm going with this younger guy. I'm going to find every reason to break up my marriage. And then that's what she'll do. Or she'll go with the older guy that's got the business and she knows she can tear up to pieces and take what he's got. But it's not the fact that some women do that, because men do the very same thing. It's the fact that the women are funded to do it through Women's Aid charity. It's been pointed out in East Renfrewshire, the East Renfrewshire Council, who does not let me speak about this, it was pointed out that Edinburgh Women's Aid, in court, in Gorzów Wielkopolski, Appellate Court, funded the story and funded the abduction, and Police Scotland assisted in that abduction. All of it is terrorism against the family. All of it is terrorism to break the head of the family, the father. And that's why you have a father like me stood down here. And I'm a father, by the way. I was a father before I had kids. I love and I care and I respect children and family. That's it. Does that mean I'm going to really care for that wee woman or that wee man's feelings? No, not at all. It's the children. The children deserve your love, care and respect. And that is not whatever version of love, care and respect we're giving children right now is not love, care and respect. That's it. Press a like, press subscribe if you want. Come on, join the wee journey. This has been what? There's over 1,000 people who have joined this journey, and over 800 of them aren't real people. And the vast majority that are not real people, but functioning people, you wouldn't trust them with your kids. They get paid money and they take money to say horrible things to nice men and nice ladies and children. They rape and abuse kids, half of the people, you know. So that's why, look at the numbers later on, and go back and listen to the story and look at the numbers. There'll probably be, 3, 4, 5,000 people watch this, and you'll probably see 20 likes. Think of the numbers on that. And if I was to come down here and start making funny faces and flatulent noises, I would end up having 100 extra likes, 100 extra subscribers, 100. I mean, if you do the nastiest, stupidest, most foolish things, that's what gets rewarded in society. And the most nasty, stupid and foolish thing is to break your family, is to make false allegations. As a woman, if you make a false allegation saying you've been raped and you've not, something is very wrong with you. And then you might have a stupid ex-partner like me going up the main street and standing where he can get free Wi-Fi and talking. That's what I'm doing. I don't want to be doing this, but this is what I'm doing. I'm like any other Scottish person. I could be quite happy getting diabetes, waking up this morning, getting my Scottish breakfast, making my fry up. My dad used to wake up every Sunday and he would make me a fry up on a Sunday. On a Saturday I'd play at least 2 games of football. I don't know what my son gets to do and I don't make him fry ups. When my daughter and son were staying with me, we used to eat the Budwig protocol. We would either use Greek yoghurt or we would use cottage cheese and we'd mix it with linseed oil. My daughter knew how to do the Budwig protocol when she was 7 years old. My son's about to turn 8. And I still don't get to see him. I've not seen him in years. You support that and you put me down every day. Those things I just spoke about there, my son and daughter, those break my heart. Seeing their beds breaks my heart. Seeing pictures in our past and what we've done breaks my heart. But people love to come on and criminals, nons, criminals. You're back live again, eh? I know this morning a father's not taking his life because I'm doing this. I know other has been given a wee bit of hope because I'm doing this. And I know a child's family is going to stay together because I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I know there'll be one mother, one father, or one child given just a small bit of support. That's it. I don't get any help from this. Nothing is going to stop harassing women and leave the kids alone, dude. Stop harassing women and leave the kids alone, dude. Now, that sounds like a woman speaking, or it's a little effeminate child abuser. Now, if you've listened to at least 5 minutes of the story, you'll know that this is awash with child abusing scumbags. The parasites and paedophiles are on YouTube every single day. The parasites and paedophiles, those are funded. I've just told you the story. I've let you know the charity. A fanatical, feminist, child abusing liar, low-life woman will always abuse children. You're going to face lots of allegations. You're going to face allegations of being the predator, being the nonce, being the child abuser. You also have to face things of being a rapist, being a woman beater, being abusive, being a terrorist, being a stalker. The list goes on. Women will be given help, but as a father, as a man, you stand on your own to make sure you've got 2 strong legs, 2 strong feet, and a big strong mind. Fathers, we need to be here for one another. We need to be here for our family. We need to be. There's still another couple of hours of darkness here. But the reason I'm stood here is because my children aren't lying in their bed. The reason I'm stood here is because I want to make sure that I've got another day to live and breathe tomorrow. The reason I'm stood here is because if any of you are really feeling the pain, unified.pain@gmail.com is there for you. If any one of you are really, really in a position where I cannot cope, you reach out. I'm sorry, there's going to be many men and many women that suffer because your little effeminate boyfriend is a lying bed-hopping beast, or your little effeminate fanatical feminist boot is a bed-hopping child-abusing beast. Because child-abusing beasts are always funded. Because the predator is in your council building, the predator is in your government, the predator is funding the police, and the police sometimes have got hazy eyes and protect the paedophiles. We need strong police. I'm not talking down to our police because I've met some gentlemen in them. Our police need to take responsibility. Everyone else in this community will talk them down. Everyone else in this country will talk them down because they're trying to defund them. Same as they're doing in America, they're trying to defund all of this. All is this little Trump, or whatever his name is, Trump. While Trump takes all your money and builds the Solomon's Temple, they'll have their wee sacrifice in there, and he tries... the same nonsense. Oh, you wee Dionysiacs love it, don't you? The wee Jesuit actors. Matthew, Ava, many of the people calling daddy names here are right. I've failed. I'm hurting women's feelings that maybe don't deserve to have hurt feelings. I'm saying things that do not help you or I, but I know they'll at one point help you understand. Press like and subscribe if you want to stay on this channel. Right, come on, leave. I don't want most of you to be here. I'm sure you can get the message. Yeah, my name is Joseph Day. The crimes I've committed, I'm sure are many. My name's Joseph Day, I'm in Barhead, Scotland. Here I am, here my children have been abducted. The crimes that I've committed are vast. The true crimes that I've physically committed are... What is a crime? The crime is we're breaking family and we're funding breaking up family. I know. How's it going to help? Him standing there at this time, how's it going to help? I've not killed myself. I didn't take my own life this morning. Now my family might hate me, but they don't want the responsibility of having to put me through a funeral just now. They don't want that in their life. My death, they don't want my death in their life. And if you think it's funny that men are killing themselves because their children are taking out their life and because the men have to face false allegations of being rapists, write that in the comments, you fools. You want to think it's funny that men go out their way to stay alive? Put it in the comments. If your father killed himself, it's probably because he spoke to a wee knob like you. I'm alive today because I walked outside early. I'm still here because I woke up, and when it hurt me and it broke me, I walk outside rather than sticking a belt round my neck and hanging. Does it make sense to you that you're killing fathers every day? Does it make sense to you yet, you fools? We're funding the death of fathers. We're funding suicide for fathers, huh? Fools. Not one of you will come and face to face me. Come on. See, when you do, you always send out some silly wee boy, some wee rapist, child abusing, fanatical woman, or wee parasite paedophile that she's protecting. You've got a man like me coming down here and father, a man and father that stands for men and stands for fathers. He stands up for real mothers. He stands for all children. I don't care what colour, what creed you are. The world needs our children to be loved, respected and appreciated and have a strong home and have availability for safe loving parents. And believe me, we don't fund safe loving parents. We fund the very opposite. We fund it in here, we fund it through our councils, we fund it through Scottish Police Scotland. My name is Joseph Day. You want to threaten me? Give me your name. You come here, I'll give you every one of my details. You want to find out anything about me? Come in, I'll tell you everything. You come to me face to face and I'll tell you everything. The thing is, on Facebook, on YouTube, on all these little fanatical places, you want to stick a picture that makes you look good. I couldn't care if you think I look good or not. I want you as a father to be a father. But most of you little boys are little Freemason Jesuit sellouts. All you have is a second-hand Eastern Star sellout, fanatical, child-abusing ex of someone else. You don't have a lady. We fund the beasts. And all your wee beasts, why is the guy angry? I've just told you why I'm angry. You fund the abuse of kids. And you wee lying feminist. You play the victim all the time. Oh, go and help me. Man make feeling bad hurt. Man feeling, then man, oh, boo, boo, boo. I'm man. I'm going to protect woman. I am daddy. And all along it's a little effeminate boy, it's a stupid little fanatical feminist boot, all the while willing to abuse family, break children, break their minds. Well done, people. You want to call me names? Oh, look at this guy, ha ha ha, he's standing there early in the morning. I'm standing here because I don't have a penny to stick in this stupid phone. I'm standing here because even if I wanted to try and phone my children, which I'm blocked and barred from doing, by the way, because of the feminist child abusing boot, the one that lied about being raped, she's still supported. Even though this, yeah, I can come out and say this, she's still supported. We're still funding the feminist fanatical boots. Go on, press like, press laugh, press subscribe, press whatever you like. I'm going to be wherever I like giving my story. Always. And do you know what? See, most of you that have stayed by and watched, you know, anyone that comes out at any point, I'll try and be respectful and speak to them, and I'll speak in a nice tone to them. But it gets to the point where, no pal, get away. If you're going to be a man and father, you're going to have to get stronger. Because right now all we have is little pussies. Pussies isn't even the right word for you. They're so weak. You're so weak. You get wee guys putting laugh emojis, love emojis when we're talking about child abuse. You're failures. Go on, press the like and subscribe. My name's Joseph Day. I'm in Glasgow. I'm in Barhead in Glasgow. We call it East Renfrewshire for some reason, but it's still Glasgow. I was born here. Every wee half man and big man out, if there's a guy in this town that's willing to come out with a shotgun and shoot you, I'll know him. And guarantee I'll speak to him. You hide behind some wee stupid avatar, putting up laugh emojis, typing in block capitals. What I'm telling you is, we fund the downfall. We don't fund men. If you see something working in some council building, it's going to be a little Jesuit. It's going to be a little Freemasonic sellout. It's not going to be a man. It's not going to be a father. He's going to learn some Jesuitry or some Freemasonic magic cult tricks. There's none. They don't exist. They're still talking to the dead up there. And trust me, the dead don't speak in words. The dead don't communicate in words. If you're sitting with some wee stupid woman, oh, did he die of this and does it? Shut up. Stupid spiritualists. We need to deal with what is going on now, and what is going on now is we're funding the destruction of family. We're funding the downfall of mothers so much. We're actually funding Women's Aid is funding the downfall of mothers. Funding Women's Aid is funding the downfall of mothers. All we have is little faceless lowlives on here. Attention seeker. Is that right? Attention seeker. The attention seeker standing outside when his kids were abducted to Poland by a woman that's funded and Police Scotland helped. The funding came from Scotland. You fool. Attention seeker. This is some wee feminist boot that wants to be the centre of attention. See if it's a child standing on their birthday and people are singing happy birthday. A woman like that goes in and stands in the middle while hitting the child. This is what we've got. Fanatical wee boots. Fanatical little child abusing liars. Maybe 5 children to 5 different men. Oh, but I'm going with this Freemason. This Jesuit looks after me now. Fools. We're funding feminists to destroy your society. We're not funding any fathers groups. We're not funding any fathers at all. At no point have we ever done it since the day I was born. And that was back in the, 1930s it must have been. Oh, but we can Google this guy's name, Joseph Day. We can check everything on Google, because Google always tells the truth. AI's going to tell you the truth. Idiots. Honestly, see when you're dealing with it. I mean, half of these idiots must be AI given opinions. This can't be a man or a woman. It's certainly not a man. Woman's just a debatable word these days. Woman, mother is a word that's died on its backside. And it's your fault. You took the funding. You called the man the false allegation. Imagine being, oh, hang on, this is really funny. Fools. Go press like and subscribe. I know you love me. Like and subscribe. Go on. You want me to read your big strong message? Right. Hey, Joe. I used to live in Vodge or Edzo by Brecon and absolutely loved it there. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, everything has gotten mad. You're spot on, my friend. There you go. There you go. Normally I'll pin something that's calling me a paedophile or a rapist or a stalker or a terrorist or this guy definitely is that criminal because Google's told us he's that criminal, because Poland wrote he was that criminal, and the Women's Aid wrote he was a rapist, and his ex-partner read it to Police Scotland, and Police Scotland took him into custody, and he was never innocent until proven guilty. He was only ever guilty. Why? Because I'm a father. Why? Because I'm a man. I'm talking a real man, a real father. Something that the vast majority of you can never be what I am. The people writing these little crappy comments, and not the one that's pinned. The pinned comment is a valid comment. I really agree with that. Whatever it is, I agree with. But I can change my mind in 2 seconds because I'm a foolish wee man with grey hair that looks funny and goes out and does these things to be the centre of attention in the morning. And I don't do this just to simply keep my own life and my own love and my own happiness from completely dissipating, because I don't have much of that left in me, none whatsoever. In fact, after having lost every part of my family, and you lose your family as a father because your family can't do anything, they can't see your kids either, and every day you're kind of annoyed at them having done nothing, especially if you've got brothers, and your brothers, you don't even want to get into that, they're not brothers, they're brothers to someone else. They're brothers to someone else. Your mates are brothers to someone else, but you've got some mates that didn't quite make it into brotherhoods. They only went to 1st and 2nd degree, but they keep their mouth shut because they're not fathers. Maybe you joined the Catholic Jesuitry and maybe you've got a wee, I don't know, a Jewish Talmud leader, like people in my family. Feel free to call me 1,000 names. Feel free to make 1,000 false allegations against me. I've already dealt with that. I'm just trying to let you know, if you're a man or a woman, you can be in this position. Your kids can be taken 1,000 miles away, or they can be taken 1 mile away and you'll not get to see them. It doesn't make a difference. When these people abuse your kids, and when you become strong to stand up for them, you'll find that the funding that's there can wreck you. Doesn't matter what you've got behind you. Doesn't matter if you get your paid off mortgage, you've got a house, you've got a flat. Doesn't matter if you've got a job, you've got savings. It doesn't matter about any of that stuff. Within a few years, every single thing will be gone. And if you're a father, the only thing you'll be concerned about is your children. Even though you've lost everything, every single thing, and people laugh at that, family laugh at that, people belittle you every single day, and you wonder why fathers are taking their life at an extraordinary rate. We wonder why children never have their father to turn to. It's because we fund the murder of fathers, we fund the killing of a father, we fund it, and we are happy. The fanatical feminist is not a mother. She's never going to be a mother. She's never going to protect a child. The little effeminate Freemasonic Jesuit controlled lowlife, he's never going to be a man or father. Never. He's always going to back up the little Eastern Star abuser. Because it's all we fund. We only fund this. I don't care how much money or what you have, you can lose it all. Your missus is funded. She can give 1,000 false allegations and never face. She'll never take accountability for abusing the kids, giving false allegations, abducting, abusing, assaulting. She's never accepts accountability because she's funded to do so by these charities. There is no accountability, and every time it's the guy is the drunk, the alcoholic, the drug addict, the abuser, the beater, the paedophile. The guy, the father is always that, especially and only when he's a good, strong, loving man. If he is the paedophile, he will be protected. If he is the predator, he will be funded. I think this message is very clear and you've got this. That's why I get so many people come along on these little journeys and on these little talks, because you want to try and belittle me, because it's all you can belittle. Look at the state of me. Look at the state of me. Look, you want to belittle me? This is it. This is what's left. A mess of a man. A tramp. A tramp. I don't go about trying to impress anyone. I don't care what you think of me. I care how you treat children. I care that we stop the funding for the fanatical feminist that abuses children. I care if you're a father that you never lose your children in the way I did. That your missus never goes to the police and calls you a rapist. Because if you find out that that was funded by your Scottish Government and that charity wrote the story, the charity wrote the story you were a rapist. That's why you were called a rapist, not because you're a rapist. People can go on and find whatever they like from Google. Because right now, everything you find historically is absolute made up. It's a lie. Every single thing you find, everything. Unless you're finding it about Aleister Crowley. They love that man. Jimmy Savile, they love that man. And believe me, it didn't end with them. We're going to be using other people's names that are around today as we talk about characters like Jimmy Savile, as we talk about characters like Aleister Crowley. They're still here. They're still running the show. They're in all of these brethrens. They're in the Jesuit. They're in your Catholic cult more so than anywhere. They rape and abuse kids. They're very, very well funded. Every part of what this technology is what they are. Every single part of this Internet of Things, this iOS, every single thing. You're talking right down to your light bulb. There's a processor in it these days. They know everything you do. Every single thing you do. The Internet of Things is going to follow you from now on. And believe me, I'm not unplugging myself away from what's going on here. It's just, you can't fully if you're a father. You can't ever fully if you're a father. And the fools that I'm having to deal with on here. That's why there's, to have those handful of fathers come along and speak sometimes, that's why it's needed. And you need me, that's why I come here. Top fans. Gun Girl. 1939. Gun Grin. Gun Gunneer. Sorry, I can't even get the first one right. Nicky Sue, 54. And Cucumbers. Sean the Butcher. Sean the Butcher, my brother used to work with Sean the Butcher. Oh, I see my brother. I'm talking about Chris. Sid. Big Mad Sid. Are you on here, Big Mad Sid? Just talk to me now. Mind you would say you would speak to me forever. I could say any words at all. Doesn't matter what I say. Mike Brown. Is anyone here real? Is any of you people real? Sir Jackie. All I see is quite wee creepy profiles with no real people on them. So we all have a mask. We all put on a mask. This is my mask. Unfortunately, I can't take this stupid mask off. Maybe if the mask looked a bit prettier, she wouldn't have called me a rapist and abused my kids. But who knows what's inside a fanatical feminist head? Maybe you're a beautiful looking man. Maybe if you're a crazy man, maybe if you're a crazy and beautiful man, like think about Brad Pitt. His kids, some of his kids were taken and abducted, and there's parental alienation going on between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. So it doesn't matter what position you're in the world, these things can happen. Right now, it's happened to David Goggins. It's happening to David Goggins. See your man, and I can explain David Goggins if you know what a mental cookie jar is. See when you're doing the hardest workout ever, and your body's going through that heat pain. See the heat pain that you get when you're doing a hard workout, and the heat pain's there. David Goggins tells you to go in and use your mental cookie jar. And that just explains the mental cookie jar is, I've done this before, so this is not going to take me. This is not going to be something I stop. I've been here before, so I can push past this. But David Goggins, his kids, maybe he's a deadbeat dad. Maybe he's a deadbeat dad. And believe me, there's hundreds of others, thousands of others, tens of you just don't get here about the scummy guys like me. The scummy guys like me are too busy taking drugs and hanging themselves. And do you know what? Half the people on here want that to be a reality. The people in my town, some of my own family members, they want that to be a reality, where I'm hanging from my neck and I've got no life left in me, so I can never have the opportunity to know my kids. And some fathers do that. When I say some, very, very many. I don't want you to be that father. I want that thought to disappear, go somewhere else, get out your mind. And I want you to use David Goggins' mental cookie jar if you're finding you need to do that. What can you do? You can do the hardest exercise ever. You can do the hardest exercise, it's the plank. It's ultimately scalable. If you want to start off and you can only do 30 seconds, just make sure you get up to 35. Every single day, add a few seconds. By the end of the year, you'll be on about 10-15 minutes. If you can plank for 10 or 15 minutes, you're going to be stronger than you've ever been in your entire life, and you're going to start building new neural pathways in the hippocampus. And if you build new neuro-linguistic pathways in the hippocampus, you're going to heal your body, and you're going to heal your body without using anything other than exercise, and you can do that. David Goggins knows you can do that. Idiots like me, I don't have a clue, I don't know much. I stand outside the sports centre talking about me not wanting you as a mother or father to take your own life, because family's important and your children are important and they need you. Your children need you. I love you. I'm here because I love you, not because I hate you. I'm here because I love, not because I hate. I think of you every single day, and whether you're wee Darren, whether you're Putty, Brezzy, Squeak, whether you're my mum, whether you're any people that have been here and stood by me, whether you're just a mate, I appreciate and love you. Thank you for giving me your time. I know we're going to get back together and see one another, and I know these people that are horrible are funded to be horrible. I hope these people that are being horrible, they have a nice day, because they're hurting. To be horrible, you need to be hurting. You need to be hurting inside to be a horrible man or horrible woman. I'm sorry that you be horrible to people. I'd be horrible to people too. I call them predators and paedophiles, and then I show the evidence. And some people don't listen, and that hurts me. Because I do it so your children don't get abused. There's lots of child abusers on here, women and men. And it's mainly child abusers. That's why from maybe 5,000 views you get 20 likes. Because most people, most men and women that you know in society, they would sell children to get what they want in life. Don't join in with the Internet of Things. Try to make everything dumb rather than smart. Because now the word smart means what the word dumb used to mean 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It's just changed places, because everything's done the switcheroo. Switcheroo. Love you. I'm still alive. No one's came and complained. Love pulled up the screen. Love pulled up the screen for me. Love pulled up the screen for me. I'm going to take that love. And I'm going to eat Budvig Protocol this morning, because I've only got a really small bit of linseed oil left. I normally hand out as much as I can for free to people. And if you're people and you know me, you'll know I've more than likely handed you some free stuff. But there's lots of ways to heal your body, lots and lots of ways. I know lots of those ways, but at the same time my body's broken mentally, and that's why I get out and deal with it physically. Don't let the bad thoughts take over how you feel. If it is 3 o'clock in the morning and you've got bad thoughts and you can't sleep, get up and out of bed and walk down and do something else. Don't give up. Never give up. Joseph Day loves you. Ava Matthew, I miss you. I'm sorry. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.